Welcome to the 360-degree case quiz. My name is Pablo, and I am the machine that will be asking you questions. Can you introduce yourself?
My name is Ellen and I'm 11 years.
Ellen is 11 years old. Ellen, we're glad to have you on the hot seat.
Thank you.
Yes, in this quiz, we have 5 sections or categories which ranges from books, sports, movies, history, and religion. You have 20 questions in each section to answer in each section. Please, can you choose a category, either from books, sport, movies? Just choose a category where you want to answer questions.
I think I'll choose books.
Books?
Yes.
Okay, that's interesting. Last week, your opponent, Didi, answered all his questions correctly in his first and second sections. Now let's see what Ellen can do. Ellen, you're welcome to the hot seat.
Thank you.
Good. Your first question goes like this. Whose reputed last words were "et tu, brute"? A. Shakespeare. B. Julius Caesar. C. Karl Marx. And D. Errol Flynn.
Errol Flynn was an Australian-born actor.
Okay.
His last words before his death was, "I've had a hell of a lot of fun and I've enjoyed every minute of it."
Okay.
Karl Marx was a German philosopher.
Okay.
His last words before his death was,
Okay.
"Last words are for fools who haven't said enough."
Okay.
Shakespeare. I'm not really sure about his last words, but I think I'll go for Julius Caesar.
Julius Caesar?
Yes. Julius Caesar's last words before his death was "et tu, brute," meaning "even you, Brutus."
Okay.
Final answer, Julius Caesar.
Wow. Put your hands together for Ellen. She got her question. That is beautiful. That is very beautiful, Ellen. Yes, we're glad to have you on the seat. So without wasting time, let's move on to question number 2. Are you ready?
Yes.
All right. Question number 2 says, Cardinal Richelieu is the arch enemy of which literary trio? A. Robin Hood. B. The Beauty and the Beast. C. The Three Musketeers. And D. Tom Brown's School Days.
C. The Three Musketeers.
Really?
Yes.
Is that the correct answer?
Yes.
And why did you choose the answer?
Amanjin Duplessis, otherwise known as Cardinal Richelieu, is the king's chief minister
Okay.
who plots against the queen in resentment of having his advances rebuffed. Final answer, the Three Musketeers.
Correct. Put your hands together for Ellen again. The correct answer is C. The Three Musketeers. Put your hands together for Ellen. Wow, that's beautiful. Yeah, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. Okay, we move on to question number 3 without wasting time. Question number 3 says, how is the literary hero Sir Percy Blakeney otherwise known? A. The Scarlet. B. The Holy Scarlet. C. The Scarlet Pimpernel. And D. The Red Scarlet.
C. The Scarlet Pimpernel.
Wow, is that correct?
Yes.
You have a reason for that?
Yes.
Go ahead and tell us.
The Scarlet Pimpernel, otherwise known as Sir Blakeney. Percy Blakeney was the master of disguise and deception. He used the disguise and deception to rescue aristocrats sentenced to death by guillotine during the French Revolution. Final answer, the Scarlet Pimpernel.
Wow. Put your hands together again for Ellen. She got it. The correct answer is C, the Scarlet Pimpernel. Yes, we're glad to have you on the red seat, Ellen. And you are doing well. Okay, we move on without wasting time to question number 4. And your question number 4 says, what is the name of the hero of the novel Kidnapped? A. David Blake. B. David Wesley. C. David Balfour. D. David Palmer.
C. David Balfour.
David Balfour?
Yes.
C. Is that the correct answer?
Yes.
The correct answer should be David Blake.
No.
David Balfour.
Yes.
You have a reason for saying that?
David Balfour is the hero in the novel Kidnapped.
Okay.
David tells the story of his journey to his father's death and his journey to Scotland in search of his uncle for his inheritance.
Okay.
Final answer, David Balfour.
Correct answer is C. David Balfour. Put your hands together for Ellen. She got the question. She got the answer. That's beautiful. That's very, very beautiful. And without wasting time, we just keep moving. We move to question number 5. Yes. And your question number 5 says, which novel introduced the bullying character of Flashman? A. Tom Brown's School Days. B. Tom Brown's Happy Days. C. Tom Brown's Sad Days. And D. Tom Brown's Love Days.
A. Tom Brown's School Days.
Okay. Tom Brown's School Days. Why do you think it's Tom Brown's School Days?
Tom Brown's School Days introduced the fictional character of Flashman,
Okay.
where he was later expelled from Ridgeby School.
Okay.
Final answer, Tom Brown's School Days.
Yes, the correct answer here, according to my book, is A. Tom Brown's School Days. Put your hands together for Ellen again. The correct answer is A. Tom Brown's School Days. Ellen, you're doing well. We're glad to have you in the hot seat. But without wasting time, we're moving to your 6th question. And your 6th question goes like this. It says, Emma Harte is the heroine of which 20th century best-selling novel? A. The Unique Woman. B. The Substance Woman. C. A Woman of Substance. D. The Strength of a Woman.
I think I'll go for C. A Woman of Substance.
Really?
Yes.
Okay. You have a reason to say that?
I guess.
Go ahead and tell us.
A Woman of Substance, written by Barbara Taylor Bradford, was published in 1979.
Wow.
It has sold 30 million copies and
Beautiful.
was watched by 14 million people
Crazy.
on
This
Channel
is
4
bloody, man.
in 1985.
Wow.
It was nominated for 2 Emmys. Final answer, A Woman of Substance.
Correct answer C. The correct answer is C. A Woman of Substance. Put your hands together for Ellen. She got the answer. C. Correct answer, A Woman of Substance. Yes, Ellen, we're glad to have you. You're doing well. But without wasting time, we keep moving. We move to question number 7. And your question number 7 says, which literary heroine married Mr. Rochester? A. Jane Eyre. B. Emma Harte. C. Joy Adamson. D. Ruth Ellis.
Ruth Ellis was the last woman to be hanged in Britain.
Mm-hmm.
Joy Adamson, she wrote a best-selling book, Born Free.
Born Free, okay.
I think I'll go for A. Jane Eyre.
Okay. Jane Eyre.
Yes.
Final answer?
Yes.
Jane Eyre?
Yes.
You should have a what reason? Why do you choose Jane Eyre instead of Emma Harte?
Mr. Rochester is a tormented master of Thornfield Hall.
Okay.
He falls in love with and marries Jane Eyre. So my final answer is A. Jane Eyre.
Put your hands together for Ellen. She got it. The correct answer is A. Jane Eyre. Ellen got this question, and we're glad to have you again. I keep saying we're glad to have you, Ellen, because you got all your questions from 1 to 7. So we move without much wasting of time to question number 8. Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay, your question number 8 says, who raised an orphaned lion cub called Elsa, then wrote a book of her exploits in the book Born Free? A. Joy Adamson. B. Oprah Winfrey. D. Emma Harte. And E. Jane Eyre.
A. Joy Adamson.
Joy Adamson?
Yes.
A. Is that your final answer?
Yes.
Why is it your final answer?
Adamson's husband George shot Elsa's mother dead when she charged at him. This prompted Adamson to write the best-selling novel Born Free in 1950. Final answer, Joy Adamson.
Born Free was written in 1950?
Yes.
God. Correct answer is A, Joy Adamson. Put your hands together for Ellen again. Wow, we're glad to have you on the hot seat, Ellen. I'll keep saying this because I am tripped myself. I'm tripped, seriously tripped. Okay, I take you to your question number 9. Are you ready?
Yes.
Question number 9 says, in 2001, which lord and multi-millionaire author was sentenced to prison for perjury? A. Jonathan Aitken. B. Sir Percy Blakeney. C. Jeffrey Archer. D. Joseph Heller.
Jonathan Aitken was sentenced to 18 months imprisonment for perjury and perverting the course of justice on 8 June 1999. But Jeffrey Archer, a member of the House of Lords, was sentenced to 4 years in prison in 2001. Final answer, C. Jeffrey Archer.
Put your hands together for Ellen. She got it. Jeffrey Archer. C. Jeffrey Archer is the correct answer. Put your hands again together for Ellen. That is beautiful. That is very, very beautiful. Yeah, so we move on straight to your 10th question. And your 10th question says, which author of importance of being earnest was called for 2 years? Was jailed. Question comes again. Question number 10. Which author of importance of being earnest was jailed for 2 years in 1895? A. Oscar Wilde. B. John N. Henry. C. William Shakespeare. And D. Jeffrey Archer.
A. Oscar Wilde.
A. Oscar Wilde.
Yes.
Wonderful. Is that the right answer?
I guess.
You guess?
Yes.
Oscar Wilde.
Yes.
Give us a reason. What reason? Why is it? Why do you think it's Oscar Wilde?
Oscar Wilde was charged with gross indecency.
Okay.
He was jailed for 2 years and he died 3 years after his release at the age of 46.
Wow. Okay.
Final answer, Oscar Wilde.
Without wasting time, the correct answer is A. Oscar Wilde. Put your hands together for Ellen again. Oh, Ellen, you were just I don't know what to say, but I know that you're tripping me early, and we appreciate having you on the hot seat. We were happy to have your opponent, Dede, on the hot seat, and he's such an intelligent young man. We're gonna know who the winner is at the end of this competition, and you will be going home with $1 million. So that brings you to the 11th question of this competition. Can I go on?
Yes.
Okay. The 11th question says, what did Shakespeare refer to as the green-eyed monster? A. Love. B. Jealousy. C. Wickedness. D. Sadness.
Jealousy.
Jealousy.
Yes.
Wow. Is that the correct answer?
Yes.
I thought the correct answer would be sadness.
No.
Really? Jealousy? You have a reason to say jealousy?
Yes.
Can you speak to us? Tell us why.
Shakespeare's Othello the Moor of Venice, was written in 1604.
Okay.
Shakespeare referred the green-eyed monster as jealousy, which doubts, suspects, and yet loves. Final answer, jealousy.
The correct answer is B, jealousy. Put your hands together for Ellen. Put your hands together for Ellen. We're glad. We're happy to have you, Ellen. But I would like to ask you one question again. Have you read Shakespeare's books before?
Yes.
You read Shakespeare's book?
Yes.
You read plenty?
Yes.
There is a voluminous book I know. They call it The Full Works of William Shakespeare. Have you seen that book before?
Yes.
Have you read that book?
Yes.
Completely?
Yes.
From the beginning to the end? Wow. I'm glad to have you on the hot seat, Ellen. Beautiful. We look forward and we hope you win the 1 million bucks. We move straight to your 12th question, Ellen. I hope you're ready to continue.
Yes.
Good. We move to your 12th question, and your 12th question says, which novel by J.R.R. Tolkien was subtitled There and Back Again? A. The Lord of the Rings. B. The Hobbit. C. The Purple Hibiscus. And D. The Sleeping Beauty.
The Hobbit. C.
The Hobbit?
Yes.
Is that your final answer?
Yes.
And why do you think it was The Hobbit?
The Hobbit is a children's fantasy novel. It was written on 21st September 1937. It was awarded a prize from New York Tribune for the best juvenile fiction. Final answer, The Hobbit.
This is crazy, man. Well, the correct answer is B, The Hobbit. Put your hands together for Ellen again. We are glad to have you. Ellen, I will say this until the end of this show. I'll keep saying that I'm glad to have you on the hot seat. We are proud to have you on the hot seat. Okay? Yeah, so I bring you to your 13th question. Your 13th question goes like this. Simon Legree is the name of the villain in which classic novel? A. Second Class Citizen. B. Born Free. C. The Stranger. And D. Uncle Tom's Cabin.
D. Uncle Tom's Cabin.
D. Uncle Tom's Cabin.
Yes.
And why did you say that? Why did you say that?
Simon Legree was a cruel slave owner and he was a greedy fellow. Final answer, Uncle Tom's Cabin.
Uncle Tom's Cabin. That's your final answer?
Yes.
Okay. The correct answer is D. Uncle Tom's Cabin. Put your hands together for Ellen again. She got the answer, sorry. She got the answer. Ellen got this answer again. D. Uncle Tom's Cabin is the correct answer. Beautiful, beautiful. Okay, we take you to your 14th question. Ellen, can I go ahead?
Yes.
Oh, right, beautiful. Your 14th question says, what is the name of the prince in The Prince and the Pauper? A. Jack. B. Tom. C. Edward. And D. Henry.
C. Edward.
C. Edward?
Yes.
Okay. I thought it's Tom. Okay, but why do you choose Edward?
Mark Twain tells the story of two identical young boys, a pauper named Tom Canty and the son of King Henry VIII, Prince Edward. Final
Okay.
answer, Edward.
Well, I think here is the problem. The correct answer is C. Edward. Put your hands together for Ellen. Put your hands together for Ellen. The correct answer is C. We are glad to have you, Ellen. I'm so happy that you are on the hot seat. And I do not know. I may not be able to differentiate between you and your opponent, baby. But the end shall justify the means because somebody definitely will go away with 1 million bucks. I take you to your 15th question, Ellen. And your 15th question goes like this. It says, how is Princess Aurora otherwise known? A. The Briar Rose. B. The Sleeping Princess. C. The Sleeper. And D. The Sleeping Queen.
A. Briar Rose.
Briar Rose.
Yes.
You have a reason for that?
Yes.
Give us the reason, please.
Princess Aurora's can be otherwise known as Sleeping Beauty or Briar Rose. Her name was changed from Princess Aurora to Briar Rose by Flora, Fauna, and Merryweather to conceal her identity from Maleficent the Witch.
Wow.
Final answer, Briar Rose.
Wow. The correct answer is A. Briar Rose. Put your hands again together for Ellen. She got the question, she got the answer. The correct answer is Briar Rose. Okay, I bring you again to your 16th question without wasting time. And I go ahead with your question like this. Which two fairy tale characters escaped the clutches of a wicked witch by pushing her into an oven? A. Edward and Tom. B. Hansel and Gretel. C. Jack and Jill. D. Oliver and Bill.
B. Hansel and Gretel.
B. Hansel and Gretel.
Yes.
Is that your final answer?
Yes.
Hansel and Gretel.
Yes.
Why do you think it's Hansel and Gretel?
Hansel and Gretel, a brother and a sister, were captured by a cannibalistic witch, but managed to outwit the witch by pushing her into an oven. Final answer, Hansel and Gretel.
Put your hands together for Ellen. The correct answer is B. Hansel and Gretel. That's the correct answer, Hansel and Gretel. Thank you very much. As we move to your 17th question. Yes, and your 17th question goes like this. It says, what does the S stands for in the name of the author C.S. Lewis? A. Stan. B. Simon. C. Staples. D. Sam.
C. Staples.
C. Staples.
Yes.
Is that the correct answer?
Yes.
Your final answer?
Yes.
And why?
His full name is Clive Staples Lewis.
Clive Staples Lewis, okay?
Yes. Final answer, Staples.
That's the correct answer. C. Staples. Final answer. C. Staples. That's the correct answer. C. Staples is the correct answer. Put your hands together for Ellen. Put your hands together for Ellen to get the question. You have answered 17th question. And we are moving on to the 18th question, Ellen. We're glad you're doing fine. You haven't failed any question yet. And so we move on to your 18th question. The question from the book of Shakespeare again, which actually we know that you are that you've read several times. So your 18th question says, Shakespeare's Hamlet is the prince of which country? A. United Kingdom. B. Thailand. C. Denmark. D. Scotland.
C. Denmark.
C. Denmark.
Yes.
Why Denmark?
Shakespeare's Hamlet is the Prince of Denmark. It was written between 1959 and 1601.
Okay. 1969 and 1601.
No.
Okay.
1599 and 1601.
Wow. Okay, I didn't even get it. So your answer is what?
Denmark.
Denmark. C. Wow. That is the correct answer. Put your hands together for Ellen. The correct answer is C. Denmark. The correct answer. Put your hands together for Ellen. Ellen, you are heading to your 19th question, and without wasting time, let's hit the rocks. Let's hit it straight up. Okay, your 19th question says, which forest housed the secret hideout of Robin Hood? A. The Sherwood Forest. B. The Redwood Forest. C. The Amazon Forest. And D. The Sambisa Forest.
A. Sherwood Forest.
Sherwood Forest.
Yes.
The Sherwood Forest?
Yes.
You have a reason to say to say is the Sherwood Forest?
Yes.
Your reason, please.
Sherwood Forest housed the secret hideout of Robin Hood. It's in Mansfield, United Kingdom.
Mansfield. Okay. So.
Final answer, Sherwood Forest.
The correct answer is A. Sherwood Forest. Put your hands together for Ellen. Put your hands together for Ellen. So that's the 19th question. And finally, Ellen, you're hitting your 20th question right away. Your 20th question. Are you ready?
Yes.
Alright, your 20th question goes like this. Who penned the novel Catch-22? A. Joy Adamson. B. David Balfour. C. Charles Dickens. And D. Joseph Heller.
D. Joseph Heller.
Joseph Heller.
Yes.
Do you have a reason for that?
Yes.
Why?
Joseph Heller is an American author. His best-known work was Catch-22, which centers about war and bureaucracy. Final answer, Joseph Heller.
Okay. The final answer, D. Joseph Heller. Is that your final answer?
Yes.
Are you sure?
Yes.
That is your very final answer?
Yes.
And if you lose this question, Your opponent Dede has beaten you, and he becomes one step ahead of you. Is that your final answer?
Definitely.
Joseph Heller?
Yes.
All right. The correct answer is D. Joseph Heller. Put your hands together for Ellen. Put your hands together for Ellen. Wow, we're glad. We're very, very glad. Very, very glad. Oh, that's beautiful. Beautiful. Okay, we have come again to the end of this particular section. Just like Dede got his 20 questions, Ellen has also captured her 20 questions. So both of them are on equilibrium. They're the same. And right now, we will be moving again to the second section of this competition, because definitely someone's going to win this competition and someone's going to win the $1 million. So we look up to the winner of the competition. So please, thank you for watching, and please watch out for the winner of this competition. Follow us as we proceed to the next episode, to the next section, and we'll be glad you did. You will be glad you did. Please, yeah, thank you.